feel very
Hello, welcome to another, I guess I would call it ORG podcast. Today we got Paul and Mike from 3DNA Dental. They are the newest ORG sponsors for the ORG group. Let me go ahead and pull them up so we can say hi to them. Paul, Mike, how are y'all doing?
okay. Good.
Hello.
So Paul's
Excited.
in Florida. Paul's in Florida right now. And it's noon there. And then Mike, aloha, you're in Hawaii.
I'm in Maui. That's right.
In Maui.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
6 in the morning. It's very nice
6
and early. It's beautiful.
Yeah, 6 in the morning. That's so. The amazing thing is y'all communicate all the time, but Paul's like, okay, let me wait a few hours so Mike can wake up before I talk to him. But also, what we're talking about. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like our West Coast office, our East Coast office. We cover a huge spectrum of the day in terms of availability, so it works out pretty
much
well.
All 50 states. I mean,
Yeah.
Not the continuous ones, but all of them. Soon you just need someone in Alaska. So if you want to send me, I'll go to Alaska.
Yeah, sounds good.
But also, they are not only the newest ORG sponsors, they are the first reseller of the wire bender that I have, the DenckOrtho wire bender. I'll show a little picture of what it looks like in my shot. So here's my shot. This is where I'm sitting. How to take a picture of it because I couldn't use the camera angle. But that little machine is my wire bender. I use daily for all my pretty much a bunch of my wire bending needs. They're new to reselling this, so they're going to be asking me questions and learning the stuff as we go. But I'll show you their site. They have a nice looking site. I think, Paul, you create this site, right?
Yeah, I got a little bit of effort into it. So
Paul's a graphical genius. He just doesn't like to talk about it.
Yeah. I clicked on the wrong one. I got too many.
That's that presentation.
And I thought we'd go through the presentation, and that way we can remove and add to stage. So this is their website, and they have lots of stuff that they sell, and we'll cover some of that stuff. But here is the wire bender. Right now, $20,999, and since you're ORG members, we'll talk about it toward the end. Since you're ORG members, you're going to offer ORG members even a little bit more of a discount on top of that.
Absolutely.
Or you're starting a new support thing. Also, we'll talk about that at the end. But Mike, you said,
especially with your help.
Where do you want to start with?
Well, I think I like your idea of looking through that presentation and kind of looking at it through your perspective of how does it add value to your business, especially because I think a lot of the people we've talked to so far that are interested, this is still really new and we don't have enough experience with it to really give them that confidence. So that's really where you come in, I would say.
You have the that's exactly what I was thinking. Because I was going through this, Paul created this beautiful slide deck here. And I was going through, I was like, oh, yeah, I could talk about that and that. So let's just go right in there.
Well, the great thing about the wire bender and why I'm loving it is, I've been in ortho for over 26 years, and I can't tell you how many labs say the same thing about getting a good wire bender in there, teaching them.
Oh,
then they learn, then they leave.
Now, I want to say this will not replace a very experienced wire bender. It will not. I'll be completely honest with you, because experienced wire bender can bend every wire. This wire bender can't bend every single wire, can't do the helical loops and stuff like that. But it will make, and we'll go over some of the findings I found.
It'll
help
you
them.
there.
Yeah, it will. If you have someone do the digital, which is easier to hire than a wire bender, a young kid, good with computers, you can teach them how the software in a day, and they can be producing wires. Like my son, I have a Facebook post where I gave him a stack, huge stack. It was like 20-something models, I think. And I went on vacation, and I said, hey, bend these. He's never bent a wire in his life, but with the software and bender, he bent them all for me. And I spent a couple minutes adapting the wire onto the model, which was amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So orthodontic labs are under production pressure. Yeah, especially small ones like me. It's harder for me to. I have a little lab out in the country in a little building. I can't really hire outside help, so it's all going to be internal. So this machine helped relieve some of the pressure off of me. And like you said, manual skill is scarce. Again, if you can hire a experienced wire bender tech, good luck finding one, and then good luck hanging on to them, and then good luck paying them enough, because it's gonna be hard to do that. But there are some labs out there be like, I got plenty of wire benders. This machine won't be for you, unless you just want to double their capacity and get.
If you have the demand, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. So I'm not afraid to go searching. And in fact, I've started the process searching for a few more doctors, because I was always afraid as a small lab to bring on more doctors, because if they all get busy at once, I'm at capacity. I'm working all-nighters and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, right?
Yeah, and then they start getting mad, and then I've lost doctors before because I got way too busy and couldn't keep up with due dates. But with this, I feel a lot better with bringing on more clients, because I know I'm the bottleneck in my own lab. My wife does the acrylic. She's fast. I can barely keep up with her. You know, I used to think it took 2 wire benders per every acrylic person. But now with the machine, it can be 1 for 1.
Nice.
So yeah, that's definitely what I've found out with this wire bender is they're, like you said, labs are expected to deliver more appliances output with fewer processes and bottlenecks. I just was at a DLAT meeting, and the number of labs has shrunken ever since 2000. And it's down to like 4,000, 3,900 labs across the United States. And so that means, but I don't think that the number of doctors has shrunk. So it means there's more work for labs, so you need to be able to grow and become a bigger lab.
Yeah, get more done with less people. I also think like it's the some of the stats I've read about it is like, you know, out of the 4,000 dental labs, like something like at least 3,000 of them are like 2 people or less. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so a machine like this, you know, kind of really changes your production capacity at that level, no matter what, right?
Yeah, and a lot are one-man shows, one-woman shows.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, again, if me as a wire bender using the machine, I'm not saving really any money if I'm having to run the machine. Now, I run the machine because I need to learn how to use it so I can train other people. And we'll talk about my training at the end. But I could totally see one person show. It's real easy to bring in somebody, a teenage kid that you're raising, like, and teach them the software and the bender, and then they take it from there. It's way easier to train that than it is a wire bender, which could take 6 months before they become
a lot cheaper labor, room and board.
Yeah.
Well, one digital designer can provide digital stuff to multiple labs even too, right? Like, I don't know, like you can do a lot of the digital stuff in a format that you can't do it.
And this bender does do outsourcing design, and it's built within the software. And so my son, when he does the models, so up here on the shelf, it looks like there's a shelf behind me with the pans, but we got pans with work orders. As he prints them on the printers, he sends them to that design service. They design them. The design service is in China, which works out really good because while we're working, they're sleeping. Right. While we're sleeping, they're working. And so 2, 3, 4 in the morning, they start popping up that they're finished design. So you could send them out one day, next day come in, and then run them through the
that's
system.
So cool.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cost effective. I guess we can look at that together later when we go through that example.
Yeah.
Right?
So we got 3 examples, and I got one here with a actual model. We can put it on there, and then 2 examples that Mike sent me.
We have shout out to Misty.
Yeah, if Misty's watching, we're going to go through some of the things you've requested, and we'll answer a lot of the questions that you had also.
Perfect.
So manual wire bending limits growth. Yes. I mean, yeah, I would say 15 to 30 minutes for an appliance, 3 wires, like a labial bow, 2 Adams clasp. I would say 15 minutes. For experienced wire bender, there was somebody that commented on one of my videos about the Bender-S, and he said, I can do a labial bow in 2 minutes. This machine won't be any good for me. I was like, you're right. I can't do a labial bow in 2. Maybe I can. Definitely less than 10 minutes for labial bow. But adapting is 1 minute if it, comes out. If it's bent right in the machine.
It might take you 2 minutes on one, but 5 minutes on another, depending on the particular morphology, right? And then with the machine, you don't have that. It's like much more. It is like whatever it takes, right?
Yeah. And that goes with the consistency too. And that was one thing that Arlen from Specialty Appliance said that he's got a different bender machine, but he said he loved how every labial bow looked the same. Because with manual wire bending, every bender's a little different, and you can actually probably, as a lab manager or owner, you could probably tell who bent what just by looking at the wires. But with this, they're all consistently looking the same every time. And then we talked about staffing, production bottlenecks. I'm a bottleneck in my own lab because I'm the only wire bender. So I use this bender for every single case I can use the bender on. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing that since November of last year when I got it. When we finally got it calibrated and it's doing the wires, it was great. Automation turns wire bending into digital workflow. So at the bottom you have here scan. So everything's coming in scans now. I don't know. So if you still get plaster models, you're gonna have to convert them to a scan before you can use this. But most, I would say 70-80% of mine is still is digital. I have a few that still send me plaster. I have, for some reason, all my wraparounds come in plaster models. So I can't use the bender on those. I have to bend those manually. And the wraparound is the best thing that this bender does. Because and I have a video.
We got to get you a lab scanner, kid.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm definitely going to look at y'all's and get a lab scanner, scan it, and then put it into the software.
Yeah, and then have, you'll wake up the next day or your son can do the lab scanning. That's easy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so then that would help with the workflow of it all goes here, and then my son digitizes it, bases it, prints the model, does a 3D bending, and then it gets on my desk, and my pan just has a model with some wires in the bottom of the pan,
and you're just cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Do you foresee a time where you don't even need the model anymore, or is that, you know what I mean? Is that too far forward?
Well, you got to have a model to put the acrylic on for right now.
Okay.
Dr. Neil, who's been working on who's co-founder of the DenckOrtho Bender, he's been working with 3D printed acrylic pallets and with slots that match the wire bending coming into the pallet.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff there.
That part, if you're ever interested, that's where we can really be more useful because we have so much more experience on that side than the bending side, right? And some of the materials we work with now, especially like we're big with Lux Creo and direct print aligners, but one of their new products is their flexible partials, and a lot of other companies are coming out with flexible partial resin, and I think that that's going to be a really cool combo. You know, it won't be acrylic, but I think it will be like the right sort of material properties to take that place. And the Lux Creo version is really nice.
Yeah, I've heard really nice things about the Lux Creo. And the direct 3D printed aligners and stuff. So
you can like run it over with a car, man. It's crazy, and just put it in hot water, and it's just like whoop, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Although I guess your wires will be bent.
Yeah, their wires will pop out of that. But hopefully you can just put it back. See, I don't know if you still need a model for that.
Technically, you wouldn't, but to show it, you know, like visually,
you'd still need, and that's where you still need experienced wire bender techs just for the QC. Snap it on the model, make sure everything touches all the teeth. So I think you're always going to need a model. Definitely certain things like splints and things, I think you could probably go modelless. And 3D printed metal appliances, I think. And y'all sell a metal printer also. A couple of them. And then a Dado welder. And
the Orion and the Dado welder, so armless.
Yeah, we try to get it so you can get everything.
The appliance designing software, which people love.
Oh yeah, we have video on that.
Face.
Yeah, we got all three of us had a video with Jesse Inman. Jesse Inman also has the same bender as I do. He actually has two of them now.
Oh, nice.
So
does he have a Bender Max?
He doesn't have the Bender Max. He has two Bender S's, and one does 036 wire, and then the other one does 032 wire, and so he can send it to whichever one.
He doesn't have to change his whatever block.
Yeah. So the AI, going back to the workflow, all that would start getting into the digital workflow of the future ortho lab. AI design, we talked about, it's called the CDC, which is Cloud Design Center, is what it stands for. And this does AI generation, and we can talk about that. Actually, maybe I can go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah.
We'll start with this one I actually have a model on. It's this. So this is the software, and so I have a patient list. You can see I use the case pan number and initials for this. So I just search for the case pan number. It's just faster. But you can put the patient name if you want. I also do a lot of live streaming. I don't want the patient names out there.
It's crazy that everybody's 20 years old. I'm just joking.
Yeah, they're all 20. They all use the same doctor. So this software is actually an orthodontist software, or for orthodontic office, because it does ceph measures, all this other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with us as ortho labs. So it's all in the same software. So cool. If I double click, this is where you have the face photos and everything, and cephalometry, the prescription. This is new, has to do with the Cloud Design Center. So if I click here,
I just think since Dr. Neal is the actual orthodontist, it's better than companies that are strictly engineers that come up with that see a need and come up with a similar type product. This is. I mean, when I talk to him, he's coming out of the clinic. He's working on patients.
Yeah, he's got like
totally. He's always got his hat on. Yeah,
his hat on and stuff, and he's like, and it's been great. And he's willing to give a lot of his time, and hopefully, he's going to be able to put it on mine and Jesse's shoulders, and the first people for the support of this, and y'all as y'all learn this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the
teamwork
OGDOS system. I'm going to make it full screen. So these models have already been imported. Up here at the top is Hawley retainer bending. He's also got software for MARPI. It's all in the same thing. Aligners are here. Anchorage VTO. There's a lot of stuff. Indirect bonding. The software, and I believe it's $150 a month for the software. Now I do have the lower. I'm going to click this. let's say no. Let's start fresh.
Yeah.
So
this is the model that we sent you, right?
This is the one I have printed. Do you want me to start with the model you sent?
No. I was just curious which one this was.
Yeah, we can do that next if you want.
Sure.
So this is it started with this lower lingual, and I press the P button, and it changes from bulk bend points where you can move and the whole thing adjusts to the movement, and then this, and you can see the individual bend points here. So if like I want to shorten this, I can click it and pull it in. I can shorten it. If this, if you see the red hatching, it means it's in the model. It's in the actual scan. You can see it from underneath. So I'm going to press, there's a keyboard shortcuts. So I'm going to press Q, and it's going to pull it toward the camera. And if I press E, it pushes it down away from the camera. And then WSD, if you're gamers, let's say, you can really see it here. I can move it up with W. I can move it down. So this is your really fine tuning. And then if I click,
is A left?
Yeah, A is left. Let's do this. Oh, I changed the wire type. So yeah, and it depends on the camera angle. The left would be, if I did it like this, left would be this. Right. I'm still using A. So it depends on the camera angle.
Nice.
So again, your gamer kid can start working in your lab and be productive because those are the same shortcuts that they're used to. So I'm going to edit this, and let's go ahead and bend this while I do the other one. So I would go over here to wires to be bent, and we'll start bending. And I think I have a view of it.
That's so cool.
So it starts with the left hook. Sorry, the right one. The right occlusal rest. And it just works its way around. So each of those bends you see correlate to those green dots. And y'all might have seen the little purple between two dots show up, or blue. That means those two dots are too close together. It's too close between the wire holder and the bending head. There's a certain distance in there. It can only be that way.
That's kind of the limitation.
Yeah.
And you were talking off air a little bit about how it's in millimeters, and you had to sort of convert that to whatever, right?
Yeah. So this is bending what they call 0.8, which to us is, I touched it. I messed it up. Yeah, I messed that up. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
But you can see.
You want to? Oh, there you go.
You can see it fits really good. I just messed. I grabbed it too soon. It messed up. We'll bend it again. That's the beauty of it. So let me start bending.
And what type of wire are you using right there? Like what brand?
This is JBC and Company.
Okay.
And you can't see on the side here, but this holder says.
Here, can you show us the video of the bender again?
Yeah, thank you.
There it is.
Oh, it's not bending wire. Sorry, I messed that up. Boy, it did not like me grabbing that too early. Sometimes I've noticed when it is when I now it's bending, but it's messed up.
Yeah,
we'll do it again.
It didn't have wire in it when I thought it did, huh?
Yeah. So that's the thing is this is a Bender-S. It uses 35 centimeter. Let's see if I can show this. Uses 35 centimeter wire that I get from JBC and Company. And so I'll show y'all, I'll change it out.
And the Bender Max is the one that has the roller, and
yeah,
that one is like where it's a little bit longer to change to different sizes and all that, right? So
right.
The S is straight, and it makes it. And you do have to choose when you buy your S if you want to do on the higher side, or on the lower side in terms of your, how big of a wire you can go with.
Yeah, because this will do 025, 028, 030. And then the next one up does 032, 036, and like that. So there's like 3 sizes that each of these can do. But you can see it's just like 4 bolts or screws, and you unscrew it and change it out. But let me go ahead and I'll show you what we do to change the wire in the software. I'm going to do, you can front feed it or back feed it. I usually do front feed because it's just facing me.
Right.
And so I'll do that. And then it's going to ask me how long the wire is. So you can actually use shorter pieces up to, I think, 170 millimeters or something. They actually give you a ruler. And if I have it here, they give you a ruler with the machine. You can put the wire on and actually measure it. You can use little pieces of wire. If I go back to,
I was going to say, I like the what you did with your smaller pieces to make
it. So this is a plier holder from JBC and Company, and I put the new pieces here and the shorter pieces here whenever I need to change out the wire type or size.
And if you don't grab it and you just let it finish and it cuts it falls down into that front area?
Yes. Okay. And I actually put some, you can see that's thermoform material mouthguard. I got the idea from Tracy from Trace Dental Lab in Seattle. She made this just to keep it from popping out.
I don't think we're seeing what you're looking at. We're seeing the picture of.
Yeah, you see right below the DenckOrtho logo in the front, there's a shiny opening there. There's actually, let me go.
That's like where it drops down into, right?
Yes. So I don't know if I can zoom out. That's zooming in. Yeah, here it drops into here.
Yeah,
and it's got. I've put this mouthguard material and cut slits in it like like a butcher place where.
Yeah.
Because it'll catch it, but then it will it'll pop out every once in a while onto your desk.
I see.
Now, Jesse Inman, he said that he puts the case pan right in front of it and it just pops to the case pan.
That's hilarious.
All right, so I'm going to change out this wire. If I go back to here, it's asking me 350, and I'm like, yes, this is 350. Are you sure? And then it unclamps, so this is a little clamp right here. And then it'll bring in the collet, and it will to the starting position. And then pull out the little piece, and I'll put it in my little piece holder. So if I need to like do an Adams clasp or something, I can reuse some of that. And then I just slide the new wire in, push it all the way, and then come back to the software, and it has you do 3 confirmations. So then it pulls back to it clamped here to hold the wire on this side, pulled the collet back, and it's going to cut off a little piece of it, little piece of the wire. And then if I go here, you can see now it's 349 and 50. So it cut off a half a millimeter.
Half a mil gone.
Yeah. So let me edit this, and I'm going to start the bending on that. So that's going to start the bending. But since we saw most of that being bent, I'm going to do the labial bow, which is right here.
So this is this. Did you do this before, or is that AI that did that?
This was designed by CDC. I've already made this retainer and sent it out last Monday. I just happen to have an extra model for it so y'all can see the actual fit. So while that's bending, you can actually adjust some of this like that.
What does CDC charge you to do something like this?
I don't know because I'm beta testing it, so I don't know if they have a price yet or not. Well, so I'm pressing Q to pull this away because this is actually labial acrylic for me. And press Q. You see it's really hitting hard here. So I'm going to press Q. I'm going to push WWW. Q. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah, it finished it. So you can see how fast it is.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I like to do is if you click this tooth up here, you can see all the wires together. And you can actually make sure they don't collide with each other. So I can actually pull this out. Pull this in. Most of the time, this is already done for you. This is just if you're designing yourself. I didn't. Yeah, let me pull that. And I'm going to edit it. We're going to see if it. Get rid of that. This one is probably not too bad. So I'm going to edit it.
Can you select multiple green dots at a time?
Yes. I'm glad you put that up. Let me let this finish. Yeah, it did collide. So we'll have to fix that. But to answer your question, if you click on one and then mouse wheel your.
Oh, cool.
So it'll go from that one point, and then wherever you click, it'll do the next around it. So you can see where this loop is. All of these are connected together. You can't move them apart from each other.
Okay.
So if they're in red, you can't move that dot. I mean, you can move it, but it's going to move the whole thing.
Right.
So if you want to get rid of that, you just scroll back down. So this was colliding. See if I can fix it real quick without. Yeah. So if you see jump to collision position, if I do that, it actually shows a visual representation of where the collision is going to be. So you can see this is colliding with the, well, it's not real, but it's saying it's, actually it might be here. And then you can slide this back and forth. I bet it's so right there. Yeah, let me see if there's a locate first collision. And then mock. So you can actually get to that point.
That is so cool.
So it really helps you diagnose that, and that's the big thing is the limitation is the collision. So sometimes you can't get the wire exactly where you want it, and you got to make some adjustment. One adjustment I'll make is just pull this out.
Sure. You just finish that by hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah, so I hit edit and it did fine. Actually, I don't like how it's sticking straight out. Yeah, so then you just would finish that by just bend it back by hand. Edit it. I like to do it a couple times. Oh, yeah, see, it didn't like that. So let me pull this back up. Edit.
It's showing something orange on the other side there, too.
Yeah, I was seeing it. Yeah, so if I go jump to collision, so this is a good one to show. So actually, I probably need to make that go forward. Although I think it might be a bend here.
Check, go back on the thing. You see how it's like orange? Yeah, try exit the simulation. You see right there on the left?
So
is that where
what
the
this
problem
is showing is this is while it's bending here, during this part, there's a collision somewhere. So if I jump to that, that's the part it's bending right there.
Right. You're trying to figure out why it's hitting.
Yeah, and I think it's this over here, or there's seems to be a slight anterior bend here. I wonder if I can just fix that. So I'm going to exit simulation. See that little extra bend right there? All right, so let's edit that. Oh, it's still doing it. So it's probably this. There it goes.
There you go.
So I just had to move it anteriorly a little bit. But again, fixing that is fine with everything. So edit one more time. And then I'll start bending that.
So on the left there where you see the images of the different things, is that all the stuff that's already been made for this case? Or are those like examples of things you can click on to make?
Oh, that's an excellent question. These are wires to be bent. When you click that, these are all the wires that are on this case right now. So it's actually got an upper labial bow and 2 Adams clasps on here also. We don't see it because we don't have the upper model pulled up.
I see.
But if I did... No. You can see the upper model labial.
Nice.
I don't have the upper model, so that's why I was concentrating on the lower. And so, but if you go here, return, this is your menu option. So Hawley retainer, welded Hawley retainer, wraparound, labial bow, welded labial bow, Nance, TPA, and then lingual rest arch. This is the newest one added, and Inman requested it. I'm glad he did, because that's one of my favorite bins.
Nice.
I'm going to close this so it doesn't shoot off. And those that are watching live, feel free to drop your questions down below, either for me or for Mike or Paul. Because y'all do offer financing also.
Yes, we do. So,
and is that through a third party?
It is. It's someone that we worked with quite a bit, and it doesn't take a hard hit on your credit. So it's
like a soft check.
No problem taking credit. And our person, she is phenomenal. She's extremely responsive and gets everyone answers lightning quick. So they're a great partner to work with.
Yeah.
All right. So this is. I wanted to do one with a model so you have to actually see the quality of the bins. So there's not much adjusting on that. I'm holding it with my finger, else it'll fall down.
Right.
And then this one, it just dropped into place. So then the only bend is I need to do this bend, straighten it, and I'll bend it backwards to match this one.
Yeah.
So that, let's go back to here. Let's pull up that one so I can show the AI generation, which was on that slide that Paul made.
Yeah.
Was the AI generation. So I'm just going to exit out of here. It's going to take me back to the patient list. I'm going to press refresh. And let's see. I think.
But like you said, it's got to be a great feeling when you walk in the morning. You got a stack of pans already ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. So I've already uploaded this model. It does do a lot of. It needs internet to see. You see, it's downloading here, but it also does all the AI stuff. I already uploaded it, so we don't have to deal with trying to talk back and forth while I'm live streaming. But here's the model that Misty sent.
Mm-hmm.
So I clicked this, so it's going to flip back. There we go. Now we're in the wire bending mode. This text is saying, yes, I'm talking with the bender right now. So if I click here, you choose upper or lower, it's going to be upper. And let's do a labial bow. And then here's the AI. It's going to automatically generate based on the parameters. So this is a 3-to-3 labial bow. And so there aren't points to click to create this. You've already said this is a 6, this is a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've already gone through that. I skipped that part because that could take a long time if my internet's being used by something else.
I see.
Because it's got to talk to the AI server and it's got to identify each tooth.
Right.
But if I go to wires to be bent, like you said, Mike, there's only one. And I can delete it.
I see.
And if we hit the return, I go back to the menu. Now, if I right click here, let's say this is a mixed dentition case, you want a 2-to-2 labial bow. If I right click here, it brings up another menu system and you can see the numbering. So this one does federal numbering system where each quadrant has a number and each tooth has a number. So this is quadrant 1 and this is tooth 1. So that's 11. So that's how you would change it here. So if I wanted to go between 12 and 13 and 22 and 23, I would do that. Now I could exit out of here, go here, labial bow, automatically generate, and I'll do it a 2-to-2 labial bow.
Nice.
That's so cool.
And so if I go back, let's delete that. And if I go back, just to let you know, you don't have to type these in every time. Do it once, and then add configuration.
Right.
And then I have it already here. 2-to-2 labial bow, so it has 13 between 12 and 13, and between 22 and 23, and the Adams clasp on 16 and 26. But if I do AI generation,
we got some questions. Speaking of Mystic.
Oh, cool.
So then it's added all 3 of those. So then you just go in and edit it. Let's pull up those questions and see. Oh, I just did the. Let's see. So yeah, Wild Willow said, "Can you do the labial bow 2-2?" Yes. So I just showed how to do it. You gotta, before you AI generate it, you gotta right click on the menu item, and then change your parameters in there, and then it'll do the AI generation. And you can go 4-to-4, 5-to-5, that kind of thing. And then, oh, this is Misty, not Wild Willow. It's showing my daughter's name for some. Oh,
not again.
Yeah. Well, these are the models that were sent me, and they had the name on them, so I got to make sure I don't show that side of it. I apologize for that. So doing this.
I pulled up a bunch of the other stuff she had, but I mean, in terms of that email I sent you that has like the list of different things she was wondering about.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull that up. What are the other things she was asking for? That was a great list. Now, Misty, the TMA wire. The TMA wire is very springy. As far as I know, I haven't used TMA wire in this machine yet. But as far as I know, you can use TMA wire, but you got to calibrate it first. You got to create a wire type. We did show this offline.
Yeah. You might want to make it big. Make that screen big because it'll be hard to see. Yeah. But Dr. Neal also confirmed that it can bend TMA wire at 028.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
027, 028. Yeah.
So you would come here, and this, just know you're going to have to calibrate it. You would come here and you would add the wire. So you would name it whatever you want it. The brand would be JBC if you want. All this stuff, we'd have to give you the information. And then all this, like loop database and stuff, I mean, there's so much you can dial into this. Left front transport compensation 50, left front rotation compensation 50. So this is all the movements of the bending head and the wire bender. And this is just for the loop. So you can just dial it in perfectly. There is a bending adjustment compensation process. There's one in here that baseline, this one, where you can actually, and this is, he's trying to get a patent on this, so I can't show the actual process. But if I turn on the camera, you can see the camera turned on, the light turned on.
Mm-hmm.
And if I turn on the camera, and if I show this screen, you can see there's my fingers.
Right.
So if I do, can I do a baseline measure mode? If I do here, and then set baseline. It shoots out a wire, and then it measures. See the angle up here? 0 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So it set the baseline. So if I, and then there's left bend, right bend. We can get into that, but this is where you would go to here, and automatic continuous measurement, and it will go through each measurement based on 2 degrees. So the next bend would be 2 degrees. It will cut off this one, and then it will bend it 2 degrees, turn it up, measure it with the camera, and it'll be 1.5 degrees. So then it'll save that and say, okay, if I want to bend a 2 degree bend, I really need to bend it 1.5 degrees to get the 2 degree bend. So that's how it learns the wire. So like, I'm going to have to use my hands on this.
That is so cool. But you're saying it takes, like, depending on the calibration, it might take like 8 or 10 individual sticks or something like that.
Yeah, I think it might be like 10 sticks. But then once you have it, you don't have to do the calibration again. And so it'll do the bend. So like TMA wire is very bendy. So we know as benders, if we want a 90 degree bend, we probably need to bend it this much, let it spring back. So that's what you're training the lab to do. Sorry, the bender to do is let it know that if it wants a 90, it's got to bend this first, let it spring back. So that's what this process is. And yes, Misty, what are the allowed brands of wire? Any brand. I think it's brand agnostic. It comes shipped with Dentarum wire already built in because it's designed in Germany but built in China, and China only allows Dentarum wire for their ortho labs. So that's the brand they get in. But although I believe JBC has sent some wire over there, so hopefully the newest machines will have the JBC wire already in there.
Well, the reality is the different manufacturers, there's only a couple manufacturers that are actually making the wire and selling it to the different ortho companies.
Right.
So, and then they put their own brand name on it. So like, TMA or Beta Titanium is going to typically be 40% less than stainless steel in stiffness,
And FMA wire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, yes, it can bend all those. But, okay, here's the but. This machine doesn't do the bonded linguals. Let me pull up that other, and I'll show you how to get around that. That was one of the questions Misty had. Oh, it's about to cut off. Oh, that landed on my hand. So if I close this, and go back to the patient list. This one, I think she sent me, was a lower. And I'll check it, double click that. If it doesn't have a file, it automatically goes to this.
What do you mean? like the doesn't if you haven't already uploaded the 3D file, or what do you mean?
Yeah, if you haven't uploaded the 3D file, what it'll do is open this and it'll immediately open the file finder to upload the models.
Got it.
If you want, I can show that too. Do you want to close it? No, I don't want to close it. Oh, I was gonna.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna click Hawley. So she sent me this model, and it has a name on there too. So what I do, Misty, for my bonded linguals, and I've done this before, is I create this lingual rest arch, automatically generate, and there it is. See all the purple? I'm gonna hit the T on my keyboard, and it's gonna automatically calculate, move all those points, and then this here, if I right click, I can delete bin points, which will get rid of that. Pull this out. Now I don't need to worry about all this, but Mike, this is where what you were asking for. I could do this,
Yeah. Perfect.
and then move it up. It'll take a little work, but I have made them before. Oh, I need to include the 3. It'd be nice if they did add it. I don't know if it's because like the lingual bender head like this, if the distance between here and here is smaller. Okay, zoom in, focus. Hopefully y'all can see that between here and the bending head. I'm sure that's smaller on the bender L, which is
right
just for bonded linguals. So anyway, you kind of get the point. And then it'll bend this whole wire, and then you would just cut off the excess after it bends. This is not perfect, but you can look at it this way and go, oh, that's not even touching the tooth.
Is this where your W and Q can come in? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right now I'm using the mouse because that's like your bulk edit. But you can see where I hit the model, so I would use Q to pull it away.
Right.
But you kind of want it to hit the tooth. That's the whole point of the bonded lingual.
Right. And there's not a way for it to be like, is there a way for you to be like, I want it in contact? You just have to kind of do it manually a little bit.
Because we're breaking the rules.
Right.
Now, if I hit T, there's not a quick way right now to go. That'd be a neat button. We need to tell Dr. Neil that. Like
land on mesh, right?
Yeah, land on mesh. Highlight a point, hit a button, and go straight into till you hit mesh.
Exactly.
But you can see this. This is how far away this is from the closest mesh. So I feel like they could see that little black line. If I pull this, that increases. So it tells you this is 0.84 of a millimeter from here. So I can actually, but that'd be great. It may have that function because there's a lot of, and hopefully I could teach this in my online course. If I do Shift, I think it's Shift A. No, Control A. It shows every bending angle. So this is a 15-degree angle. If it's going this way, it's 15 to here. And this one's 21-degree bend, and this is 16-degree bend. So these are the bending angles of each one of the points. So that was a keyboard shortcut I learned. I never do really use it. Probably when you're calibrating, that's probably when you would use it. But just to answer your question, Misty, that's the way I would get around doing the bonded linguals, is using this to make it. Okay.
She's asking another question here.
Oh. So, does it come out as tightly adapted as it would be bent by hand? It comes as tightly adapted as you want it to be. That probably didn't answer your question. But if I have this all pushed in, the more it's in the more red you see, the more tightly adapted it's going to be. So let me generate a labial bone that might be able to. I don't know what is dinging on my computer. Do y'all
Something
hear that?
unplugging and plugging back in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I thought you were just real popular.
No, it's my computer's. If I mute this, is it going to mute us? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I muted it so it won't bother us. If I go, let me make this full screen so you can see. If I go here, I'm going to go to Hawley retainer, lower, labial bow, automatically generate. So this is a cool feature. Now, one of the things is if you don't like the size of the loops, like I think that's kind of big for this model, you can actually change it here in this little menu to 5.3. So then it changed it to 5.3. Or if you want it even smaller, 4.3. Of course, the tighter the bend, the harder it is for the machine. So we did 5.3. And you can see it's digging into the tooth right there. So I can pull that out. Right now, it's not touching any of the anterior teeth. But if I go over here to smooth, it's set to smooth labial bow by default. But you can also do fit labial bow. And it will try to match the contour of the teeth. So if I go back to smooth labial bow, and then if you do labial acrylic, expand labial bow. That actually went in a little bit. Let's see. Smooth. Fit. Probably his teeth are too small. But if you want it really, you could just pull it all down. So you can see it will touch the teeth. So again, it's as adapted as you would like it to be. And then, you can adjust seems to be flared out a little bit. If you grab one of these, it moves the whole loop by itself.
Nice.
You can get this really tightly adapted. Now it automatically does this, which I've learned to appreciate. That my doctors haven't complained. I used to do, especially on uppers, little loops. If I still bend one by hand, I still do the loop. If I bend one by machine, it's just these little 90-degree bends. There is in here tail status, straight, wave, or non-linear. And then initial. So it starts bending on this side. That's what's called initial. So you can do wave, which I think you can make it do that thing where I'm experimenting live on shouldn't do that. Where it makes the zigzag. But
it has to be like longer than at least a certain amount of length or something. Or?
Yeah, so it cannot make that bend because between here and here is not. This still isn't zoomed in. Yeah, I wish I could see it easier, but between here and here is less than that. So if I go back, you can just drag this till it goes away.
Yeah.
So if I get this point too close to this point, that's what's going to happen. I can press the letter T on the keyboard, and it will automatically readjust all the points from that point to get it to fit. Questions?
Yeah, I think I guess for me, our whole thing is the more we can help digitize the entire workflow, that's mostly what we're seeing as eventually bringing back the highest value, because it kind of closes the loop and makes things scalable. And like you said, you're having outside people do the digital design. Like there's just so many. It's a type of efficiency that can only come with this type of digital process. But if you know, sometimes it seems like you digitize a certain aspect, but then the next bottleneck happens, and you know, like wherever that pinch point happens to be. Right? Yeah.
Every lab's different levels in digital. You know, right now most labs are 3D printing at least, and this is definitely 2 levels above 3D printing, because you got to have the scans coming in first, because everything depends on the scan. I was looking at her list, and she has Adams clasp, 2-2 labial bow, soldered C clasp, regular C clasp. The soldered C clasp doesn't do that. That's the little C clasp here.
We do have another question.
Yeah. Does the software edit scans for printing also? Yes. Let me pull one up. Let me go back to that first one, because it's an upper.
Like it makes models, you mean?
Yes. Now, one thing I don't like is that when you go to download it, it has just a default name you can't change. So you'll have to change it in the computer. I'm going to do this one because I think it's going to be, I already have it set up. Let me go full screen. Yes, import. So if it already has wires, I'll ask you, do you want to import those wires? You want to start fresh. So if I click this, it's going to show all of them that I've ever done. If I click this, well, if I go to wires, let me make this full screen.
Yeah.
If I click this, let's say I want to get rid of this, it'll highlight it blue. Like if I do this one, it'll highlight it blue. So I want to get rid of this, delete. I don't think I have 2 Adams clasps. Yeah. So one of your questions is, does it do Adams clasp? Yes. And you can see this is not probably the shape you want. So it does take, now the CDC has done a really good job of making my Adams clasp. They'll go with your parameters. So you work with them and you say, you can send pictures. I want my tails to look like this. I want them all straight. I want my Adams clasp to look like this. So I'm going to press the P button. And Adams clasp, sometimes you have to put it below the gum lines. So if I just take this one point, it's going to stretch this bend. If I do it in the right order. Oh, if I hold the shift button and click it, all 3 of these stay tied together, and you can put it into the... Oh, see, I pulled that away. So let's put that right where we want it.
I know there's other wire benders on the market that are not even capable of doing this degree of bend.
Yeah, this is a really tight bend, and actually I can bend this while we're talking. And then you can tuck it in if you want a little more. The thing I've found out is you really got to watch that this one is not too short, or else it'll slip a bend. Because it does a 20-degree bend, I believe. Actually, I want to make this way. So I'm going to hit edit, make sure there's no collisions. There's not. Let me go ahead and start bending. And I'll show you that really tight bend it does. Pull out. Right there. So it's got 2 bending heads. When it gets to that eyelet of the Adams clasp, it's going to do that bend, and then it's going to raise up and do an even tighter bend. So it'll bend it once. See that right there? That's the eyelet. So that top tiny one can do 90, and then the one below that, it'll do it again here. It'll do past 90. So it does those really tight bends.
So cool. And is the limitation on other bends not being possible? Is it this aspect where it's like collision on the bending side, or is it something to do with just missing it in the design side?
It's primarily limitations of the machine. Let me grab this. Because it's let's see if I can switch. So here's the, I don't have a model to put it on, but you can see.
Yeah, so that inner width can go down to 0.65 millimeters. So that's a 10 degree bend right there.
Yeah. So you can see that that's a really sharp bend. Now, it can't do loops like helicals and stuff because of collision. It's going to be, it's going to collide against itself to do that. Whereas when we bend by hand, you know, we can adjust and move our hands out of the way to do those loops. So you'll still have to do those loops. One of your questions, Misty, was diastema closing springs. If it has loops, it can't do it. But there's not an AI of that one yet, or a finger spring. This one does do 2.25 wire bending, but Dr. Neal said it does get a little, because the hole in there, it'll slap around in there, the wire, because that hole's a certain size. It'll slap around, so you'll lose a little accuracy, because before it does the 90, it'll move it to the side and then do a 90, so it could throw it off. Oh, the model thing. That's what her question was. So let me...
Oh, yeah, right.
If I remember how to do this. So this one's already modeled.
You're on the... We're looking at your camera.
Yeah, this is already base. I don't know if it's going to do that. Let's do model edit. And then upper model edit. So it opens up a whole new window. And in here is... Like, I've removed brackets on here before because it was just 4 brackets on the upper, and you can just lasso something. Let's say I want to remove this name, and then I can go delete and then fill hole. Oops. There. Once it highlighted, because it was letters that kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But you can do that. So you can do basic things.
But if it comes in as a scan, it'll base the model, or it'll base it for you, or no?
Yes.
Okay. And then you can export it as a STL.
Yes. So let's go with the 510, that lower one we were working with. So it's downloading from the servers so these are kept on servers and not on your computer, which is nice. It won't fill up your hard drive. So if I do Hawley retainer bending, I think you got to be in this. Let's say yes. And then
okay, there you
go. Output.
So now it looks like scans. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so these are just open scans.
Mm-hmm.
If I do this, it's going to show all the wires. If I click here, it's going to show just the upper wires with Adams clasp. So if I do output model, you can make Adams clasp grooves. So it detects the Adams clasp, and it will actually indent the model. So it'll automatically prep the model for Adams clasp. And you can move them around, and you can increase the diameter if you want to make it bigger. Let's over exaggerate these so that they're done like that. So it can do the grooves, and then let's just do this so we can see. It does this cool thing. Wire slots. So it will actually add wire slots that you snap the wires into.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh. So that makes it way easier to do your acrylic, huh?
Yeah, and I guess you can move them. Yeah, you can move them around. So you don't have to sticky wax them down, theoretically. You just snap them in. This will, when we get into 3D printed acrylic plates, you'd probably need these to make sure it orientates to the right orientation of this, because it'll create the STL of the acrylic, but then I'll have slots for each of these wires. And then model fence. So if you got does not have a back cover, please base. Okay. All right. Kiddo. I don't know what that is. I forgot what that is. Adam's class rules. So it does do undercuts if you want to get rid of undercuts. Adam's class rules.
Like block out, basically?
Yeah.
There you go. Make the bottom surface.
Yeah, there we go. Back cover. That's a weird way of saying. So I wonder if I have to do this model edit, upper model.
Yeah.
Do undercut. And then okay. I haven't done it enough, but here is the model, and then you can adjust the base crop. So if you want it shorter or not, you just pull it down or rotate it. And then export undercut model. Export finished. So if I do that and I close this, theoretically, there it goes.
Yeah.
It made the base model. So now if I go to model output, and so I have those grooves in there, I have the model slots. If I export the model, let's just do it to the downloads.
That's what you're saying, you can't put a name on it.
Yeah, and I want to put, there's side markings here, but I need, add side mark. So I guess you can. Back cover. I'm gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah, you didn't. I think it's trying to export both the upper and the lower, and so I think it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. See, Mike, you're perfect with this. You're probably gonna help me figure this out.
Well, I've spent a little time on these different softwares, although this one's pretty different.
Yeah. Let's do this. Somehow you got to start with undercut.
That's weird, right? Because like undercuts basically mean you're adding block out, which you may or may not want to do, right?
Yeah. So if you change the arrow, so I think if you do the undercut and then you generate undercut model, let's export this.
But the point is, it is very capable, and like once you get used to the workflow, you could really go through this very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking eventually, I'm excited to just do this with you, kid, in terms of trying out the printed palettes and stuff, or the printed aspects for the acrylic. But I also wonder, like, having the model where the model can hold the wire is already really cool. And then the other thing is, I'm thinking like when you print that acrylic aspect, where the wires land, if you make the wire ends a little longer than maybe you normally would, so that you have a little bit more area of like, okay, it needs to fit exactly in this groove at this angle or whatever, then you get a lot of your accuracy from the groove itself. You know what I mean? In terms of placement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And Dr. Neal's doing all that testing.
Nice.
Okay, so there's
that guy doesn't sleep.
No. He's doing all the testing of, I put that on the wrong side.
See, look, that it has the attract to surface function right there anyway.
Attract to, see, you have all the technical. So, there we go.
There it is.
Put it on this side. All right. So you can do but the file name is what. So there's the model fence. So we're talking about acrylic. You can actually print this model fence in there, and you just sprinkle the acrylic against it. So if you got a new acrylic person that can't control the flow of the acrylic, you can actually put this model fence in there, and it gives them something to pour up against.
Oh yeah, that's a big help in itself right there.
Yeah. So if I export this, can I export it now?
You should be able to now. Man, that is cool.
Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah.
I'm glad Misty was on here. Hopefully, I'm answering a lot of her questions. Okay.
Yeah, she definitely had a whole list of different bends that she was interested in learning about. So I don't know if we went through all those already.
So it just says upper scan, lower scan is what it says. So you'd have to then. So that's the one thing I would like Dr. Deal to change.
Yeah.
Oh, it's opening up in 3D Paint. Oh, great. I can't.
Oh, so you just have to go in and rename the file at the directory level.
Yeah.
But so it did pop in those little clasp things.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, the wire snap.
It didn't do the front. I must have turned something off. But it did do this. Disregard that. I drew that on there. But, yeah, you can see the little clasp things on there. But
and the label works. So.
Yeah. Don't save. So let me.
What do you use for a separator, by the way?
That is a loaded question. Thank you for asking that. Oh, Mike's gone.
Oh, what happened?
I use this. No, I use. Products. It's actually a acrylic to acrylic separator that I use. I officially legally do not recommend this to anyone. And when you order this, you can't say it's for models because there's a patent on this.
Yeah, I remember that whole thing. Yeah. That happened a couple of years ago.
So it's called Part All, and it was designed for acrylic. So it's just a little green liquid. I paint it on the model, let it dry, put a second coat or third coat, let it dry, and ready to go. So that's what I use. I cannot legally recommend it. If you want the legal stuff that has the patent, it's Tri-Group Technologies, and I've heard their stuff's really, really good. But you can see the price of this is $13 for 16 ounces, I believe. And Tri-Group Technologies for, I forget how many, 12 or so. It's like $250. But I heard it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe you need less coats or something?
Right. Yeah, maybe, and it's just a dip or something like that.
How much time would it... I mean, you're saying like the acrylic is faster than the wire bending generally anyway, right? But if you have to paint on that stuff... I don't know what's up with my camera.
Maybe that's dinging we heard.
yeah, maybe it was me the whole time. Whatever.
But it's the same flow for me. I just use a different separator for stone models. It's a pink stuff I get from JBC and Company. So that's the reason I mainly use this Part All, is because I just order it all from. I get all my acrylic from her, JBC and Company, and then I just order some separator from there.
Yeah, well, I know that she mixes her own acrylics too.
Yeah,
because there's only a couple people who do that as well.
Yeah, she makes her own colors and stuff. Vlad, past 6 or 7 years with this patent stuff is driving me up the wall. So many good products have been discontinued that I've used for years. Yeah, it's I got a cease and desist order.
I wonder how long that guy's been around. I remember when that happened. I was trying to put it in at a time.
Yeah, and the patent.
He was not a very popular person for a long time.
Yeah, and it's a great product. It's a great product, but them going after the lab probably put a bad taste in our mouths.
Yeah,
because they attacked our Facebook forum and just since if we said we use Vaseline, they sent us cease and desist.
Yeah.
So as we're over an hour. So thanks for hanging out.
Well, and by the way, are doing discounts for the ORG. So the best thing to do is to reach out to me. We're giving discounts on resins, and we have a lot of compatible resins with different printers. So we have key print resin line, rodent resin line. We have laser welders, armless RPEs, if you're into that. So, and then a number of different lab printers as well. So we're here to support you guys. And I've been doing this for over 26 years. So, you know, more than happy to help out where we can. And we're proud to be a sponsor too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you reach out to Paul. He's director of sales. He will answer your questions. Again, as far as what I want to contribute, if you watch this or any of my other videos, like, we'll come up with a discount code like Cade or something, and if you give them that discount code, they'll work with you. And then if you're an ORG member, they'll work with you for getting a discount.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have a care program on our website, so you can check that out. We're getting some more questions. Covering Ohio, you can reach out to me.
What? Who?
Someone just asked about Ohio, so you can reach out to me.
Oh, can I get a contact info of a rep covering Ohio? Okay, yeah, his name's Vlad. We've been emailing back and forth. I'm making him a Bionator video right now. We're editing one. It's 4 hours long, so it's taking a while. He's waiting on me.
And then Misty's asking about the training on the software.
Yeah, Misty, we talked about it. We'll if nothing else, Cade, like, we could probably try to do something together. But also, I know Dr. Neil would be down to jump on Misty and really go through it with us, and maybe go through whatever specific bends you want to do. You know, go through each individual one, you know, as needed.
You know,
and then there's some videos that Dr. Neil's done too.
Yeah, and you know, feel free to reach out to Mike or Paul. Paul for sales, Mike for support and stuff. And they could probably work with me. We could set up a time. We could jump on the screen like this we're doing now, and we can go over it. Maybe we'll do another webinar or something. Really diving in, because I feel like we only touched the surface of this.
Exactly.
And then training, like I teased before, I'm putting together a online training course of like how to upload a model, how to do the AI2 separation, all that stuff, importing your first wire, just the simple basic stuff. And then I'll start adding advanced stuff like adding a new wire, calibrating, all that stuff as I learn it myself. And that will be free, like for 6 months for anybody who buys a bender through 3DNA. And you'll get free access to that. And I'll give them the discount code for that. So feel free to reach out.
Hopefully, once you do a calibration, you add a wire to your bender. Hopefully, we can also like copy and save, like share those parameters between us too, right? So that not everybody has to waste 10 sticks. And obviously, you might have to still edit it for your machine to be perfectly calibrated, you know. But get you close at least, right?
And I did, let's see if I do that. You can see right here. See right here is the upload download configuration files. So I think we can share configuration files. So if you do the calibration for TMA and somebody needs it, we can share that file. I got to confirm that with Dr. Neil to make sure that that's is working how I think it is. And that's how whenever he was first training me online, he'd download something to my computer. And a computer does come with this. So the computer you see in the corner, that computer comes with the machine, with the software already installed. It's like, and it runs on like Windows 10. It doesn't take up much resources. It's an all-in-one computer. Just so it's a very simple software. It doesn't take up a lot of resources and stuff.
That's what you're using that computer. What we're seeing here.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, I'll show the picture again. So that computer
so
screen.
It comes with that.
Yeah, it comes with that all-in-one computer. Now I had to buy the mouse and keyboard, which those are cheap on Amazon. But that computer comes with it, with the software already installed, and actually some screen sharing software, so that when you work with Dr. Neal to get it set up for the first time, he can he can take control of your computer, and it doesn't have to be your personal computer. It's this computer.
Right.
And I've set up a link, and I'm sure Mike could probably help you with this, where my computer I work on created a file that is or the downloads file on the Bender computer is shareable through the network. So I'll just download from my software into that, and it just pops up over there. So
yeah, we can definitely help with things like that. No problem.
All right, great. Any more questions from anybody? Before we wrap up,
what brand of model of wire bending machine are you using? So this is called a DenckOrtho Bender-S. So they have 3 models. They have Bender Max, which uses a big coil on the back end, and it's just a continuous feed. And the Bender-S, which you can feed in links of straight wire into it, and you can change the sizes out really easy on that. And then they have the Bender-L, which is the bonded link. Right now, I think y'all just sell the Bender-S.
That's
the most versatile model right now.
And so then they're coming out with a newer version of the lingual as well too.
So, excellent. So maybe that'll be on there for those that do tons of lingual. I hate doing them.
You know, there's quite a bit of information on our website, and then of course we can answer any additional questions for you that you may have.
Yeah. So
and the Bender-L is like, it's quite a bit cheaper, right? So it's like 6,000 instead of 21.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I might look into that.
Yeah.
And I know who to buy it from.
Yeah, there you go. Don't worry, Kate. We got you. We got you a
discount. I believe it's Missy's asking about the compressor.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering about this.
That's a good question.
Does it matter the PSI of the compressor? Yes. I believe it's... Hold on. Let me go look real quick. I can't see it. I want to say it needs to be like 125. I have down below, and y'all can't see it. Okay, let me share this. Don't get sick, Obi. There's my compressor. It's an airbrush. If y'all are into airbrush, it's an airbrush. Yeah. I bought it for $130 on Amazon, and it's been running this machine no problem. And it's silent, so it kicks on. It doesn't use much air compression. So you do need compressed air. If you already have it in your lab, you just run a tube into it, and it works. It works great. You gotta. It's not like a.
Is that on your Amazon channel?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So down below is my Amazon link. I believe I put that air compressor. If not, I'll go check after this and go put it on there. So yeah, it doesn't.
Do you know what it's for?
The compressed air?
Yeah. What is it actually doing?
All the actuators and stuff in there run on compressed air. So
no kidding.
The motors are run by compressed air and not. Now there's another brand of machine that it's all electric, so you don't need compressed air. But what they're saying, there's the other brand, AOS. I think it needs compressed air too, because it's motors that turn the collet and stuff. It runs on compressed air.
Right. Like the thing, the grab, the locking mechanisms are probably all.
Yeah, and you can almost hear it go.
Yeah.
You've probably heard that, and it scares the crap out of my wife. She's not. I'll turn the machine on, and it goes, ping, ching, and and so it doesn't need a compressor. I actually had it connected to my big compressor that runs my pressure pot and all that stuff, and I had to run a line from the back of the lab to the front and stuff. And then we went and took this to the ORG conference, and he needed compressed air, so I bought this on Amazon for like $100 something. I had to buy an extra adapter. I think I have those on there too, to adapt it, because it's adapted for air brushes. but I did the adapter and it worked out perfect, and it's quiet. And so now I just use that all the time. It just sits underneath and clicks on and hums every once in a while.
Perfect. Right on, kid. Well, we really appreciate you. And yeah, with Misty, we'll definitely talk again and try to get all the other questions answered, as well as some live training with Dr. Neil.
Yeah, and I'm willing to live train also.
Yeah.
From my standpoint, because sometimes Dr. Neil, the timing is hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
But yeah, reach out to Paul or Mike. You could tell Mike knows software like the back of his hands. He could already figure out some stuff on here.
I'm so good at it. I can't even get my camera to work.
Yeah. There it goes. Well, now you're frozen.
All right. You can see me. Thank you, everybody.
Right on, kid. Right. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we'll see y'all later.
Aloha, everybody.
If you have any questions, you can answer them below this video. We'll try to get you some questions, or email Paul or Mike. So We'll see y'all later, and thanks.